Praise Jesus. I'm gonna do a thing on books. I'm gonna show some books. So, um, yeah, just on my ways and that I read books. I got a King James one like that. That's more of a presentation Bible. It makes it easier to read because I got that one. That's a shitty one. And I got these dictionary. Yeah. So when people say words and they think they're speaking, I actually go in the dictionary and look up the word to see what it means. And most of the people are saying garbage when they talk. They don't even know what they're saying. It's like that's why it was so like I write my own rhymes and stuff, and I listen to rhymers, and most of them don't even know what they're saying in a rhyme. Like they're using the word in a format that doesn't make sense, and people just going yeah, and I'm just like it doesn't even make sense. Like I got this. This is and what word is used so much today. I bought a grammar book. I bought another one as well. Another one. When someone says, creative writing. I got all these books because every time you hear people, they always say, "Oh, you don't know what you're saying. You don't know the meaning of that. You don't know how it's pronounced. You don't know how it's put into a sentence. You don't know how to make a paragraph." And so I read all these books to understand how to formulate a sentence, how to speak properly. I got this book. Now I've flicked through it. Like there's heaps of different stories in it. William Shakespeare. It's old English, so that's how like when you read the Bible, that's William Shakespeare. It's old English. The thous and all the these and I got my Orthodox Bible. I got this. You can see how scrappy it is. It's the Quran because it's dog shit. It's the dumbest book ever. Like if they think that's from God, their God's mentally disabled. Like it's poor. This book is poor. I got for all my Christians, yes, this is a book you should get. Quran and Science in Depth by Christian Prince. This one as well. He's got another one of them and another book. I gave it to a guy because I wanted him to learn about. It was a nice dude, like, and he just did not represent Muhammad. Like, I'm just like, dude, you're better than Muhammad. Like, Muhammad sucks. Like, he's the worst, like, representation of what a human should be ever in existence. Like, Muhammad was terrible. And I've got this. I'm reading it. But unfortunately, Trump, your book is so repetitive. Like I had to stop reading it. It was just repeating itself. And I was like, come on, dude. Like, well, I understand you're very smart with money and that, but man, it was repetitive. And I read books. Like I got all of Dan Brown's books. Like I can read a book. I've read all of them. All of his books. I've read every one of Dan Brown's books. He's got a new one coming out. I'm going to read that. Because he can write. That guy can get you into a book and you just read it. I remember I sat down. I think one day I sat down and read like 4 or 5 chapters of one of Dan Brown's books. It was just I was so into the book, and I'm a kid who didn't come up with reading. Like I thought reading was crap, but I read books now. Like it's you get into them, and I don't compare. Like how people go, the book was better than the movie. No, like the book's good, the movie's good. Like I've got the movies of the Da Vinci Code and all that. They're good movies. The book's good too, but one's a movie, one's a book. So, yeah, and I was just reason for this all these showing books and that is I'm listening to this. One thing I noticed the difference between Christians and Jews. Jews are just like Islam, like the Muslims. They dodge around the truth. They can't be 100% honest with what they're saying. They've got to dodge and dip and just not be straightforward. Like this lady, she's talking about how people don't understand what's going on with Israel and all the countries around and Palestine and Israel and Hamas. And it's like, because you're not even saying what it is. It's Islam. And she was talking about jihadis. And I go, yeah, where does jihadis come from? Islam. It's come from their books, what they teach. Why can't you just say that? Why is everyone got to dodge dip? What, is someone paying you in the back pocket? Like, you're getting paid off not to be true and honest what their book says and what it tells? Like, I was one of them ignorant people when I was young. Like, oh, Islam, yeah, it's a religion of peace. And then I sat down and listened to Christian Prince and listened to people who were Muslims threaten this guy because he was just reading their books, pointing out their books. No rational thought or reasonable debate. It was just straight out, rah, kill, do mutter with your mum. And I'm just like, that's Islam. So obviously Christian Prince is telling the truth about Islam. And so I started listening year after year after year, and no change. Islam is just violent. It just teaches you to be an evil person. It doesn't teach you to be grateful, kind, loving, caring, compassionate, helpful, respectful. Like, the biggest one is respectful, being respectful to someone, to how someone else lives. What do they do when they go to people's countries? Islam. What do? They try and turn it into Islam. It's just like, what are you doing? That's not respecting someone else. And then they try and play the game of, well, you did it, and it's just like, did what? Oh, back when everyone was killing each other? Is that what you're talking about? No. Hang on a second. Do you actually know history?
What none of you seem to understand is the soul.
Just because someone has far superior weaponry and they won the fight doesn't mean they were the only one fighting. Britain of their time were the superior weapon holders. They were the superior force in the world. Were you welcoming when they came? It's all good and fun to say things, but actually tell the truth about actual history. Like, back in history, didn't matter what color you were. Everyone was killing each other. Whites, blacks, Asians, browns, they were all killing each other. It wasn't no mystery. It was that a bunch of people up the top decided we know how to make everybody brainwashed and just think dumb shit. Racism was thought up. It was an agenda-based thing where they said, how can we make something happen? Oh, let's make it a race thing.
Right now has nothing to do with my father.
Because how many people, right? Everyone knows this, that it's like 1% are rich, are wealthy, and 10% are rich. So 90% of the world wasn't in the I can own a slave, I can do all that. It wasn't very many people. It was just the top percent that had all the slaves and all the everything. You've been brainwashed. You've been fooled. Like, you just believe in nonsense.
I've forgotten about my own father.
And it's the people up the top who did all this who are making you taking it out on the people who had nothing to do with it. So who's the fool? They're playing you like a fiddle. What do they do? Oh, it's white people did this, and so you attack all the white people whose ancestors probably had nothing to do with it. But the people who actually did it, whose ancestors probably had everything to do with it, you don't go anywhere near. You let them verbally brainwash you and talk crap.
If it were so easy, you would have done so.
And you're just like, yeah. And you're like, dude, are you... So you're believing the people who probably did it, but you're doing nothing to them, and you're coming after everyone else who probably had nothing to do with it.
The corners of his mouth lifted.
There's no sense in people's brains of how it's always been the minority makes the noise, the most noise, and gets the most attention, while the majority has nothing to do with it, but is lumped in with the minority.
She wouldn't beg.
That's how I'm going to explain it. Okay, it was a minority. With all the money, all the resources, all the power. Who went and did who took their own people, enslaved their own people, said you do this or else. Took them over there. They were sitting there. They were all slaves to the British. Right? This is how I explain it. They're all slaves to the British, right?
As their eyes locked, it was obvious. Neither would
they see another people when they get on the shore. Now, was the people on the shore, were they welcoming, bringing peace?
It was a battle of will.
Or do you think they said, who are these people, and just started throwing spears or whatever they had at the time? So I'm going to say this straight out. I guarantee you it wasn't a welcoming. It's just natural. They would have been throwing their spears or shooting their arrows, and the Brits just would have gone, we got cannons and guns. Bang, bang. And they were, and then that would have turned into the victim story. Instead of just going, well, it was a fight. They had guns and cannons. And yes, there were racist people. There was racist people on both sides. Black this, black that, white this, white that. And it's just continued through history. And instead of just going, they were idiots. Every race was dumb back then. Let's grow up and move forward for our children. I don't understand. Like the best future I saw for anything was probably Back to the Future. Back to the Future 2. I mean, they got it wrong. Like it's 2015, but there was none of this dumb shit in that time. It was just like people were being people.
Right beside Kate.
She has not offended me.
I just don't understand what.
It might be due to me being an only child.
What people don't see. How do you not see it? How do you not see it's a minority of people up the top who are pulling all the strings of this? Who are pulling all the strings of the manipulation of the race baiting, race war, about making you having the sex gender stuff, the pronoun garbage, putting drag queens in your school, bringing Islam into your country, knowing that their culture is not compatible with our way of life. It's just not suited to it. Our laws prohibit a lot of the stuff they believe in. And it's all been planned. Like big money pays for this stuff. I've even read that the Catholic Church was bailed out by Biden or I think it was, what's his name, Clinton. It was one of them. It was bailed out by one of the presidents. Like ages ago, the Vatican was bailed out. Like these guys are pulling strings everywhere. Like it's worldwide. And until the people take control, rise up and take back control of their countries, we're stuffed. Like there's no future for your children. It's going to continue this greed, violence, war, division, segregation, just stuff that you just know is not humane. All right, it's got to stop. We can't keep letting the dictation of countries being based on the wealth. Because once you make it about just what the money is instead of what resources you have, then you're going to lose. Because your resources are your main income for anything. You have to eat. You have to drink.
Fury burned within her.
Money doesn't do any of that. It's a material that we've created as a product of export, import, fair trading of a currency. So, but that's what we've worshipped. We've worshipped a created thing. And it's destroying us. It is absolutely destroying us because we have put that currency as the objective to purchase anything. And whoever's in charge of that dollar of that currency where it is the person who controls how much it is. And the person at that top is gone, well, let's see. I make this off that. Okay, let's increase it to that. And so as soon as he increases, like even a small percentage, that's mad. That's massive. That's massive. That's a lot of money that that is going to him, going to that dollar. And then he's got to share it out, and then it goes through everything. But every time he increases it, it further takes it away from the people who don't have anything. You're up here on the hill. The further you make the hill, the further from the bottom you are. So the person at the bottom is at the bottom, and the top keeps getting further and further away. I think I just gave you the answer. No one's saying you're bad for making money and that. But you've got to understand there is a choice given to you in life, whether you believe in God or not. Is how you present it when you've got it, and how the world is because of how you use it. Is it better for all, or just a certain or a group? These are all biblical. So a lot of people up the top don't believe in God. Everything is biblical because it makes sense. God is not talking just about yourself. God is talking about everyone. He's saying, if you believe in Him and He's looking after you, why don't you look after someone else because you already looked after? The previous evening, it was very possible today. And there's also things in the Bible saying, I've given you everything. It's up to you to choose whether you give or you be selfish. Well, there's just simple things that make it so understandable how greedy this world has become because we've made money God. Basically, money is God of this world. Must have been bothering her all night long. Like made money God of this world, and now everyone's chasing money. And then they're saying, everything is built off money. I mean, I've heard people say we have insufficient resources. No, we don't. If we had insufficient resources, the planet would be dead. Alessandra was confused why he's making theory-based of how far something can last. That's what it is. It's a theory base. It's not an actual factual truth of how long it lasts because you didn't create the Earth. We've barely even scratched the surface of our planet. Like, scientists don't know shit of the planet. Alessandra and hated it. Just because she ran into the Duke. Even a good scientist would say we know nothing about this planet. We have no idea. We have theories. We've done experiments. We've done measurements. This is what we believe. The only facts we can come up with are ones that are on our Earth. We can go as far as we can, but we still don't really understand. We can't even get to our core. Our core is too hot. I remember they done that movie on the core and stuff. They can't even get to it. So all this stuff about saying we have insufficient resources is just a scam. Everything is based around lying and deceiving people to selfishly own yourself. To have you want all this, I can't give this to someone else, so it's mine. That's what it is. It's so simple. If people shared and gave more, we wouldn't have all this crap. Maybe in the beliefs of Islam, yeah, but that'd be simple to get rid of. You just say, look, if you want to live that way, look, you're gonna have to go. We can't have that here. It's no, just no. You can't. You aren't compatible. You don't want to get along. All you want to do is yours, and like everyone else's here is getting along. Like in Australia, we have what Sikhs, Buddhists, Hindus, Christians, atheists, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, other, type of things. Only ones you ever hear having making a stomping at is Islam. Like in Australia, they're the only ones. No one has a problem with anybody else. It's just Islam. Because they want to bring their crap here, and it's just like, dudes, it's Australia. It's not Islam. It's just not going to work. But they won't. But no one is doing that. It's just a nonsense thing. Oh yeah, no. It's like, what are you doing? Is it Australia or not? What do you mean? Is it Australia or not? That's not Australia. That's letting someone else bring their culture into this country and overtake the culture we have. That's what that is. You can be ignorant of it all you want. If they want to have the belief, they can have the belief, but that's taking over. When I'm at a church, right, we're not all lined out on the road going doing any of that shit. We're not interfering with any other people. The church is there. That's where we go to pray. Well, that's where we go to congregate. If we're preaching, you can walk away. It's simple things, but this, oh my God, Islam is just like they want to bring their laws into your laws, and it's like we vote on this stuff, and we vote against your stuff. But at the start, at the beginning of like when Australia was getting itself together, we voted stuff against like what Islam preaches is okay. Like when we made laws to stop all that shit. And they're trying to bring in that stuff that we got rid of back then to our country. And he's like, oh, but I'm like, we got rid of that back then. Well, what are you trying to bring it back for? Like back then, we believed that it was wrong, so we voted for it to not be. And now you're bringing something we voted was wrong into our country. Like, do you understand?
Tell me, what do you need to pass the time?
I get, there's so many mental things that can go in your head when you see they're repeating history. The Islamic Caliphate happened, like, I think the last of it was like the Ottoman Empire. That was like basically the last like real big, massive Islamic thing, and basically the British squashed it. Like they'll say, "Oh, you never defeated us," and I go, "How come you ended up all the way back in the corner?" Yeah, you just don't realise that, eh? Because the Ottomans all went all the way down. They were all the way through Israel and like all that side of the Middle East, like all up through there down from Turkey, the Ottoman Empire, and the British pushed them back with the French. And they always go, "You never beat us." And we're like, we could have annihilated you. Meanwhile, the Dukes pushed you back in the corner. Unmoving. And we let you just have your little bloody things here and there, and they're just repeating it. Like, how many crusades have there been? I don't know how many crusades there have been. I think there's been 3 or 4. What was she about to say before? And what they want to bring it back again? Like Europe wants us to bring it back again? Like all these countries want the crusades to come back. Eyes locked on the horizon. Because they obviously didn't learn, like, he should have walked away. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago, passed down to say, this is what they do. This is what they do. Oh, it doesn't matter. We don't care about our daughters getting raped. That's because he normally was. And the people go, no, they don't do it. And I go, you're delusional. You're ignorant. You go read what they believe in. You've been an ignoramus, man. You've been a fool. You've been a sucker. You've been a punk. Like, this is what you need. Like, all people, when you talk to these people who say these things about when you go, Islam's bad and Muhammad was a pedophile and all this, and they start bringing up, no, Muslims aren't like that. Go, just when they do that, you go, have you ever bothered to read the Quran yourself? Have you ever actually gone and debated with people who debate about this stuff? Have you ever listened to them when they debate? Have you ever done any of that? Or you just listen to some Muslim who's pulling your chain, who's Allah is the greatest of deceivers? Do you understand that? Allah, greatest of deceivers, means he can deceive you. They are allowed to lie. So how do you know that Muslim was telling you the truth at that time? How do you know? How do you know? Tell me. How do you know? Oh, they're loving. Anyone can be loving and caring until they stab you in the face. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, but they're stop. I hate that. Oh, they're a good person. Why? Because they were kind to you for 5 seconds. They did something for you. What do they believe in? What do they actually believe in? Go read their books and tell me what they believe in. I don't want to hear them saying, "Oh, it's metaphorical. My scholar told me this." No, go actually read the book and tells you, and it tells you to your face what it says.
Earlier than he expected.
And only a moron would follow Islam because it's evil, it's disgusting, it's got errors. It's just stupid. And you people who defend it, you drive me the craziest the most. Oh, but they're a lovely Muslim. I'm like, yeah, go tell that to the people overseas who are getting their heads chopped off, and women who can't go outside and stuff like that. You know, like, because they're not the majority in this country. Go have a look at the countries where they're the majority and see how it is there. You can all joke and, sure, Islamophobia. I don't have a phobia. The one scared of Islam is the one not talking about it. That's what you're scared of it. You are scared of Islam. Me, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's crap. It's a violent. The guy was disgusting. I have sisters and a daughter and a mum and a grandmother. Like, I cannot believe in something so insane. Look, I have my issues with women, but I would never do what Muhammad did to women. Like, that's filthy. It's disgusting. He's just dirty. He's just yeah. He Muhammad is the type of man that the feminists are talking about, but today's women would chase. Muhammad is a type of man, type of person that women today chase. He raped women. He was a killer. He slept with a little girl. He said it was okay to hit women. He robbed people. You know, like, and women today, they love all the evil people. It's just like, they love Muhammad then. He was an evil guy. Like, I'm guessing that's why some people, not all, people seem to think that Islam was wrong. It's not as big as Christianity. It'll never be as big as the truth. Why would you follow anything that's a lie? All Jesus said was, I am the truth. You want to follow me? Follow me. Simple. These guys follow me. What did Muhammad say? Oh, Muhammad is the messenger and you have to follow us. Tell the Christians they have to surrender. They have to surrender, give us money, or die. I don't know. Like, what? That's not even an option to follow God. That's just like, we're going to tell you to follow our God or else. Whereas Jesus goes, I'm the truth, the way, and the life. I'll give you a choice. You can follow me or not.
Download the Pocket FM app for free.
But I am the only way to heaven. That's all he said. I'm the only way to heaven. You want to follow me? Follow me. I've given you a choice. If you don't follow me, this is where you go. And people crack the shits about it, but Muhammad kills people, robs people, sleeps with a little girl. Oh, but bravo, bravo. Round of applause. Like, what? Well, I suppose, in Australia we have the Mardi Gras. Like, the stupidity. Like, these guys, I don't care if you're going up. You look like a moron. The Mardi Gras is the dumbest, stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, when they have it on the news, I'm going, what the hell is that? That's crap. They look like morons. You look like fools. Like, you could do this thing, the same thing with the straight Mardi Gras, right? A Mardi Gras for straight people, right? And it just looked dumb as well. Because it's just stupid. But anyway, God bless.